Hi again, I'm back after a few weeks. I'm so sorry for leaving for so long, but I was fighting a bad flu when my sinuses were just not in any shape for listening to. I guess it's that season and a lot of folks I know are hanging low with flus, but I'm fully recovered and ready to do some more videos, so thank you for your patience. Another reason I've been offline quite a lot these last few weeks is because I've been practicing a lot to record my new album. I'm trying to record it in the old way where I do very, very minimal edits and do not play to a metronome, so I'm really taking the time to perform with passion and accuracy. I'm trying to do all the songs just like a classical musician would, from top to bottom, with no edits and just recording. What you hear is what you get. Also, I'm doing my new material in the percussive guitar style with a bit of twist of my own, and I've coined the phrase 4D fingerstyle, which is a kind of way of saying that I'm performing four-dimensionally. I'm doing the drums, the bass, the internal harmonies, and the chords, and the melodies all at the same time. In reality, I'm not only just doing the guitar, but I'm being a bass player and a drummer and working on beats and all of that. So it's all at the same time. And I'm going to be doing a 4D fingerstyle tutorial for advanced guitarists. And so stay tuned for that, and giving you tips on how to get that kind of sound. For me, it's been really liberating not to use a looper and to be able to have the beats in the songs go along with me. So I have freedom to change it up, change the rhythms, slow down, speed up, all of that stuff without being shackled to a looper. So that's why I'm doing it. So thanks for your patience while I figure it all out. So I was trying to think of a way to make some content for you guys that made me still focus on guitar for my new project, but also to give you some valuable information that, might be useful to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do this as much as I can. I'm going to post some instructional tips on practicing and playing guitar, and this can be applied to other instruments as well, really. But I'm going to use big picture songs to do it. That way, anyone who would like to learn more big picture songs can get some instruction here. And also get some tips on various techniques on guitar. I'm going to go through some simple ones and some more complicated ones. Also, you might pick up some chords and translate them onto the piano as well. And if anyone has any questions at any time, please let me know in the comments down below, and I will try and answer them in the next video. So these videos will be short but packed with really useful tips on how to practice and how to play these songs, these big picture songs. And some information on the songs and the songwriting as well. So please make sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe if you haven't already. I saw my subscriber count drop a bit while I was sick, which is understandable. So it would give me a great boost if you could hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. And thanks to all of you who waited patiently and shared my other videos as well. So let's get started. Okay, so here we are. Got my trusty Greenfield acoustic here, which I've named Frodo. So if you're trying to figure out what this is, that's the sword that Frodo was given by Bilbo. Huge Lord of the Rings fan. Just a nerd in general, really. So this song, The Last Time, Big Picture's second album. It was released in 96, I believe. We just titled it The Green Album. I didn't really know that I was writing a song that would be quite so prophetic as it was. It was sort of like foreshadowing what was to come. Big Picture broke up probably a year or so, maybe a year and a half after the Green Album came out. And it was due to a lot of different reasons. Everyone was sort of in a really strange place, like musically. My brother and I wanted to do more experimental stuff that was a little bit more edgy. We were listening to a lot of music that was coming out of Northern England. My brother and I had roots in England. We grew up there, and so there was a lot of that music that was sort of nagging at us. However, I'm not at all, let's say, ashamed or anything of the music we made in Big Picture. I thought it was really adventurous, it was really cool, and I really enjoyed playing in that band. It was a really very important stretch for me as a musician to play in that band. And we all kind of were moving on to different places. We'd tried stuff, things weren't going so well chart-wise, and we just kind of wanted to try something new, and so we broke off and started Mir. But this song was probably in fact, the Green Album in itself was probably the most Brit-pop sounding album. I was starting to use a lot more electric guitar in my playing. In the first album, in Just Passing By, it was really more acoustic based, more acoustic world beat, sort of very earthy, raw, acoustic based music. So the Green Album, we were experimenting more with Beatles type influences, and you can hear that in Under the Birdbath and Sir Mister and a lot of that stuff. So this song, The Last Time, was kind of my version of doing a jangly song in the style of, say, Oasis or some of the other Northern England bands like Travis or The Verve. And I sang this song on the record. The record was produced by Lenny DeRose, who was famous for doing a Canadian band that did very well at the time called the Philosopher Kings. And so he insisted that I sang the song. And the lyrics of the song were really interesting. It was about a breakup. And I was kind of going through a lot of ups and downs in my relationship at the time with this girl. And I wrote this song about, thinking of the future, but always cherishing what you had at the moment, and sort of metaphorizing it, if that's a word, in a song. It's the last time we'd ever sing again. It was almost like, is this the last time that we'll ever sing again? But I had no idea that I was actually writing about this song. I was writing the song about the eventual breakup of the band, and the first, it sort of was started by Benny leaving the band. We had let him go, and it was sad, and Benny and I sang all the time. And thanks to the revival and all of you people who have been so enthusiastic about Big Picture, Benny and I are singing again. So it wasn't the last time that we ever sang, but we did take a break of almost 30 years, my gosh, and we've reconnected and become close again. So this song, I'm going to try and show you how it's played. It's in the key of F sharp minor. And it's kind of got a lot of suspensions. And what suspensions mean is that they're notes that are in the chord that kind of give it a bit of tension. And I wanted to do that because the song, even though it was an upbeat song, I wanted to give it a sense of melancholy. And by adding the tensions of the seconds and the ninths and the sevenths were a way of adding a tension to the song. So let's go through and start. This is the key of F sharp minor, and I'm going to show you here some views. And right now the first chord is an F sharp minor, right? With a B and an E at the top. So the way it works is your second finger goes on the second fret of the first string, and then second fret of the third string is the third finger, and the fourth finger goes on the second fret of the fourth string. And the strum, if you look down there on the lower right, it is so it's sort of it's a stroke that goes down, down, up, up, down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up, up, down. And you play with the chords, it's okay. So for those of you who aren't guitarists, this part will probably become redundant for you, but I'm going to start by going through the chords, and I'll play a bit of the song. So if you stick around, I'll play a bit of the song for you. Okay, so the next chord is just a plain E chord. So as you can see there, it's an open E, which is the low string. This string right here, the low string, and second finger goes on the second fret, third finger goes on the second fret of the third string, and then we've got the fourth string, the G string is on the first fret. And then that's a plain E major chord. Okay? The next chord is an A with a sus2. So we're suspending, we're dropping the third down one step, making it a second. So it's an A sus2. A suspended 2. And then with the rhythm, it goes. And that little figure there, I'm going. So I'm pulling up, I'm doing a stroke up, going. So it's da 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 da. So in the rhythm, it's 1, 2, 3, bop 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 boom bop. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, bop 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 boom bop. Okay, so it's got that real jangly kind of feel. So.
Something so much more and so much better. I believe in all the things that we forgot to think about.
If you notice there, I did something a little different that I forgot about. I'm actually staying on when you play the E chord. I'm adding a sus4. So I'm raising the third and putting in the fourth note of the scale. If you haven't, I'm speaking a language that you can learn from some of my other videos. Specifically, if you go to the one that is on Dreams, you'll learn a bit about the scale and the notes and the naming of the scale. So this is the E. So you'll notice I'm kind of keeping that down. Okay, so let's go to the next section. It's the
Should I remember the times when I believed in you?
So it's a little pre-chorus. Should I remember the times when I believed in you? Okay? And the chord there is a B minor. So basically it's a B minor chord for those guitars. You put a bar all the way down usually on the second fret, and then it is the you can look at the chord diagram there to get that, but then I just lift up this finger, and to leave that open E at the top. That's the first chord.
Should I remember the times when I
So this is a first inversion A chord. So you've got the bar, and you don't play this one. You kind of let it get muted by your finger, and you add the C sharp here, which is the fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there.
in you.
And that's an E sus4. So we'll do that section again.
Should I remember the times when I believed in you? 'Cause I'm the only one who really knows you well. If you and I could do anything, anything, anything we wanted,
Okay, so I'm going to go through. There's a different chord in there, right? The chord that I'm playing is a D sus2. So you play a D. If you play guitar, it's one of the first chords you'll learn. But you just lift your middle finger. Lift it up. 'Cause I'm the only one. That's B minor. 6th. D sus2. Really knows you well. A sus2. All those suspensions making it melancholy. You and I could do anything, 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 anything we wanted. But now you kick and scream so you can do neither anymore. Thinking that I'll never feel the pain. Now it's the last time we'll ever sing again. D sus2. Now it's the last time we'll ever sing again. Okay? So what I like to do when I play, and this will be more, I'll do more intense study on this, is I like to add the bass as much as possible. I mean, even when I play regular acoustic guitar and not the 4D fingerstyle guitar, I like to add the bass. So let's go back to that chorus and add a bit of bass. You know, watch my middle finger there will start to try and play what the bass is doing. And let's go back here to this and... 'Cause I'm the only one who really knows you well. See what I did there? I went, I'm the only one really knows. I brought that finger down to play it's a D sus2 with an F sharp in the bass. There's the F sharp right there. He knows you well. You and I could do anything, 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 anything we wanted. And now you kick and scream so you can do neither anymore. Thinking that I'll never feel the pain. Now it's the last time we'll ever sing again. Now it's the last time we'll ever sing again. Okay, and then the riff at the end is a little more complicated. It's but I'll get to that one in a more advanced tutorial. So thanks. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, please ask me in the comments down below. And I'll try and do this. Sometimes it'll be less involved in this, just maybe a verse or two. But one of the things I think that I can impart to you about this in terms of practice is start really, really slowly. First, you need to get strength in these hands for some of these chords, right? So if you play some of the chords that are like this one, right? So, that's kind of a spidery looking chord, right? And then you'll get strength in your hands right now, for making these very clustery forming. Your fingers are in these little clusters. This one, quite easy. And also, another thing to remember is when you're playing, don't try and play all the strings. Doesn't sound right because you're putting the E at the bass when the lowest note that you want in the A sus2 chord is the A. So sometimes you can mute it. If you mute it, up here, let me just show you. You can sometimes, if you have your thumb back here, this string right here is open, right? So if you're playing the A sus2 chord, I like to just bring my thumb over here and just lightly touch it. See? I just lightly touch it. So now when I play it with my right hand, even if I hit it, I'm not actually playing it. It's a drum now. It becomes a drum. Right? There's no real tone to that. So when I'm strumming, I can strum. And of course, when I'm adding to putting this for the first chord, then I've got that, and the fleshy part of this finger right here mutes the A string. So, you know, if you come straight down on it like that, it'll leave the A string open. And that doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. So we kind of want to relax the hand down, and then that one becomes a little drum. So now you can play the whole thing. Now when it comes to the E chord, all the strings can play if they want to. So you can play the whole, right? You can play the whole one. So for the strum, now you're helping yourself by using your thumb over here to mute that one on A, and then here using the first finger to mute the A string, and then the so. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and if there's any questions, please let me know. If I'm doing anything that is making it hard for you to learn, or let me know, and I'll try and adjust my setup here. And we will see you in the next video. All right, thank you very much for your patience and for sticking with me. And don't forget to like and subscribe and share to anyone who you might know who will want to play guitar and learn more about big picture songs. Thank you very much. And one other thing, I think I will also, just so you know, for people who don't know about Big Picture, which a lot of you on the subscriber list are fans of Big Picture, but I'm also going to do this with some other songs as well. So please subscribe and stick around. I'm not going anywhere, and I love making videos for you guys, and hopefully this has given you an insight into the song and into some new techniques of playing. Take care. See you soon.